I'm reading through this right now. I guess we just choose one of our products.
Okay.
It
So let's
doesn't
wait and
say-
see if Sam and Chase get on, and then we can vote which one we want to do. So I'm reading on the paper for next week what's required, and I just thought that it might be good to run through them really quick. So it says in each section, be sure to explain the situation in the country and also discuss the ramifications regarding that information for a company doing business in the country. That's for each section. Write concisely, which, I think our group is pretty good about doing that.
No.
Good section headers so a reader who is looking for specific information can find it quickly. Ensure the formatting is consistent. And yes, that's the editor. Since this document will be seen by your company's international vice president and other employees, never use the pronoun I. Your document should be professional, cohesive, and seamless. This may require that a team member serves as editor. We've got that APA style. We need to cite. It says use charts and graphs where appropriate to make data easier to absorb and understand. I think that's important on some of the areas that we're doing. And then it's supposed to be 6 to 10 pages in length. So
where are you reading this? I'm looking at group assignment project 2 element A, and I didn't see anything that you just read.
it's down at the bottom of that page. I have special information because I'm special that you're not able to get to.
That's what I'm wondering.
So I'm on the page that is, hang on, I got to go back up to the top.
Oh, 0.5?
I'm on project 2, element A, week 9 group assignment.
Okay.
And the 5th point, I think, is where she was reading.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Okay, got it.
Okay, so here's the way that I broke it out.
Got it.
Well, I guess maybe since Sam and Chase are ignoring us, which product do you guys think would be the best for us to do?
I'm fine with the bike or the dryer.
Are you freezing?
Jacket, just because I feel like it's less. Huh?
Keep going. You froze on me.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
So I would be fine with either the bike or the dryer. I would not vote for the jacket just because I feel like there's jackets everywhere. I
Okay.
feel like that one's a little harder competition-wise.
Okay. Leslie, how about you?
I was going to say the bike or the jacket, so I think the bike would be the common one there. Just because the jacket seemed like something simple, but there is a lot of competition. That is a really good point.
Okay. So I'm not going to say the bike because I think, though it's a good idea, I think the dryer is the better one because I think the dryer the one thing that we could focus on as a group is that it gives them more family time. And it makes their living space so that it's not so crowded with clothing in the wintertime to dry.
And they have such a long wintertime. I can't even imagine clothes everywhere, drying all the time. Like, ugh.
Yeah, so I think in my mind, a cluttered house adds stress.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my mind, I'm thinking, if we can get rid of clotheslines hanging across the living room, for example, or down the hall, it would certainly make for a better story.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, so let's choose the dryer. And
They do have some dryers, but they're the Russian-made dryers, which
aren't reliable.
Yeah, according to Sam's research. I'm sure we're about ready to delve a lot more into this now, so
yeah,
here's hoping it's a good choice.
So because we chose the dryer, this is the way I broke apart if you want to look at the list of what's out there. This is the way that Carrie Hachtel broke it apart. If you guys want to change it, I'm good with it, but I kind of looked at the workload and what's what. So product description, I think, is pretty easy to do because Sam's already done that.
Mhm.
You know, we just have to dig a little deeper. And so I was thinking, you know, that whoever product we chose, so Sam would do product description and the VRIO analysis.
Okay.
I kind of think those two things go hand in hand. And like I said, the description should be fairly easy for him to do.
Okay.
He's just got to get a little more thorough with it. And then the next two, potential competition with their advantages and vulnerabilities. And I group that with target market because it kind of seems like, you know, your competition would kind of lead you into what the target market would be. And then I left brand
Where are you reading
development
from right now?
on that same page. So I started with number 3. See where it says product description and VRIO analysis?
Okay.
And then the next one, potential competitors and their competitive advantages and vulnerabilities, going with target market.
Okay.
And then I have brand development and product strategy alone. And I have distribution strategy, and because I'm guessing because this is a physical product, it would be option number 1 because we wouldn't do it through retailers. We would do it as a physical product. So somebody would do distribution strategy, and then somebody would do promotion strategy, which is media and communications, and somebody would do pricing strategy, which is competitive and cost analysis.
Sam says, do you mind sending me the meeting number? I got to access it on my phone. I have no clue how to do that. Do you?
551, here, I'll type it. 512, it's at the top of the screen. 512-538.
Wait. Sorry, I need to wrestle my phone from my sister.
7570.
512-538.
7570.
Awesome.
Did you send it?
Yes, I sent it in the group text.
Thank you. So then the last one would be the pricing strategy, competitive and cost analysis. And those, as you can see, have quite a few bullets under them. So that's why I left them alone.
Okay.
So if we have Sam do the first one, which is product description and VRIO analysis. Do either one of you want to do potential competitors and advantages and your target market?
Sure.
You want to do that, Lindsay? Okay, and then brand development and product strategy.
You would be good at that because that's what you do for a living. But that doesn't
Lindsay,
have to do it.
stop volunteering me.
I just,
Sam.
You're good.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Hi,
That's
Sam.
okay. So Sam, just to bring you up to speed, we're gonna do the dryer as our product. And I'm yelling, I know I'm yelling, I'm sorry if I'm yelling into everybody's speaker, I'll settle my voice down. So we're gonna do the dryer. So if you look at next week's paper, the first thing is a product description, and the second one is the VRIO analysis. And we gave that to you just because you know what you're thinking, and you already have the description pretty much in your mind. And then so that's going to be pretty simple for you. So we added the VRIO analysis to it. Okay. And then Lindsay's going to do potential competitors and advantages or vulnerabilities and the target market. I'm going to do the brand development and product strategy since that's what I do as a living. Ha ha.
You don't have to do that though, Carrie. I just know you will do a really good job at it.
I can do that.
Okay.
So we have distribution strategy, promotion strategy, or pricing strategy. Leslie, which one do you want?
Distribution.
What is it?
Right?
Which one? You froze on me, sorry.
Distribution.
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 Okay. So then let's give Chase promotion strategy, and let's give Melissa pricing strategy.
Okay.
Okay, so I strongly suggest that you guys go in Leslie and Lindsay and I did it already, but read at the end of everything that's required, read the comments that they give us about not to use I, and we can use graphs when appropriate to paint the picture. The paper altogether should be 6 to 10 pages.
Okay.
And then the one point that I said is look at the rubric.
Yep.
And see what your section is worth and make sure that it's appropriate. And then don't forget to cite.
When's this due? Next Friday?
This is going to be due next Saturday, I think.
Okay.
So I think we ought to have everything to Melissa out on the page. And I'm going to leave it up to Melissa. Hopefully she hears this. But I'm going to leave it up to her to set up the document like
Okay.
the rest of us have done when we've been editor. So she can set up the document and put it out on the web page, the folder, whatever, and then we can go out there and add to it. But I think we should have it to her no later than next Thursday night,
Okay.
because that gives her Friday to do it and Saturday. And Melissa, if you have something different than that you want to change the date on, please let us know via text. Leslie, are you getting the text messages?
I am. I'm just really bad at responding because I never have my phone on me, so I just see it after
Okay.
the conversation's done, basically.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were getting them because you weren't responding, and so I didn't know if you'd lost your phone or something.
No, I leave it everywhere. My little sister takes it. She's right here on it right now, actually.
Okay. So anything else that anybody wants to, I have a question to Sam and Leslie. Is your grade right now showing that the presentation is missing? Or did you guys do something? Was I supposed to send that?
The last
One
time I
person
checked,
submits
it was still missing, but then it has like the little bell or something, and like when you like put your cursor over it, it says like it's still like grading yesterday, so I don't know if anything changed.
So only the person that submits it doesn't have the missing thing because we didn't submit the document for it. But because that same document counts for all our grades, it'll be fine.
Okay. I kind of freaked out thinking I was supposed to do something and I didn't do it. And I'm like, if I miss out on those 50 points, I'm going to be angry. Because I thought ours was really good. So.
Leslie and Sam, did you guys even go online and look at the paper?
The paper,
Or the presentation?
no,
Like Saturday
Okay.
night when I was texting out for everybody to go online and look at the paper, no one even responded to my text message. So I had to turn the paper in without people looking at it, and that made me really scared.
I looked at it.
And I appreciate that. But I was
Yeah,
like,
I looked
where's
at
my
it.
tweet?
I
Yeah,
think it
sorry,
looks
I
good.
didn't get to it.
That's okay, as long as you're okay with whatever grade we get.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
only
yeah.
fair.
I'm like, you guys are leaving your grade in my hands. That scares me.
I know what that feels like when I was the editor, so I definitely know where you're coming from.
Yeah, I was like, no one's responding and it's due in an hour. I guess I'm turning the paper in.
Okay. Anything else? Are we all good?
By when should we have the art part done? for
By
the
next
editor?
Thursday.
By next Thursday, okay.
Make sure
Thursday
you're not
midnight.
late. Because there's nothing worse than when, and we ran into this last week with the presentation. We only had a very brief, I think Lindsay and I had 1 hour to record it. And 15 minutes before we were going to record it, we didn't have everything. So we really need to be aware of the person who's acting as editor, because it's unfair to them if we're causing them to have stress that they shouldn't be having.
It wasn't you guys.
No, it wasn't. Wasn't either one of you, but you know, it's just hard because we were freaking out, and I was basically helping her between work and Young Women's. So I had to leave her at my house. Like, luckily I trust her, but I had to leave her at my house and leave her there because it was downloading, because we literally finished it and I ran out the door. So I just think we have to be aware of that because, you know, Leslie's the only one on here that still needs to be editor, but we need to be aware of life happening in general, and I'm getting off my soapbox, so there you go.
Definitely. I totally agree with you.
Okay. All right, so everything's due by Thursday. We'll leave it up to Melissa to set up the paper. I'll send her an email with how we broke it out and who's doing what.
Okay.
And then I think everybody's good. We don't need to meet next week unless we have some hiccups, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it kind of sounds like we have to so Sam, here's one of the things that you might know because you've done your research on the dryer. It says in the notes that in each section, be sure to explain the situation in the country and also discuss the ramification regarding that information for a company doing business in the country. So do you, by chance, have any idea of the information we would include there?
I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, some of the stuff that I found was like, there was one article where it was like, why do Russians not use dryers in general and stuff like that. So I guess that's one of the things that we can look up. But regarding like competitors, it was really, really, really hard to find actual competitors because we're like, you know, our internet, you know, it's based here in the States. So it's really hard to get like real like Russian companies that are like competitors. But that's definitely something that I found online, is like that Russians don't use dryers very much.
Yeah, and I was able to find competitors for bikes. So, and the way that I Googled that was I did bike shops in Russia. And it came up. The problem was it was all in Russian.
Yep.
So I couldn't read
The
any
letters
of it,
aren't even the same.
Yeah, I could see the pictures, and so that's why I said stationary, because nobody had a stationary bike. They all had like road bikes or trail bikes. So, so that's one, Lindsay, you've got the competition. That's one thing that, you know, you'll have to dig a little bit maybe.
Okay. I'll do some good research.
Yeah.
What do
Okay.
we want to say our target market is? Families?
I would say middle-class families.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
You know, think about the U.S. and the fact that, you know, it's those families that want to have time with their kids before the kids are grown and out, right? Like you would care more about having a dryer than I would today because it's just two of us in our house. It doesn't matter if we walk through clothes or not.
Okay. Okay, that helps. Thanks.
And one of the things that I would say is like, you know, knowing like a lot of Europeans, like they're in general, like they're more like focused on like green energy and like saving energy and not wasting stuff. So that is something that our advertisement would have to focus on, is to like convey to them the benefits that would come with using a dryer, meaning, you know, like you have more time. So like we would have to probably emphasize that that's something that we would have to do extra advertisement because it's probably at the moment socially not common. So.
Okay, good points.
So that's my area, so I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. But like McDonald's did, I mean, McDonald's changed the entire world in the fast food business. I mean, you know, a lot of countries adapted to it, you know, including Austria, Philippines, like those places where I've been. So like, it is definitely possible to like introduce something not so common, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe
like
that's
how
the-
you use that example.
Maybe that's the tone I'll take with everything, because I think in the brand development and product strategy, I have to create a logo and everything. So
Yeah.
I'll kind of play with that a little bit
Awesome.
and see, see what I can do. It's a little different than the security software that I'm currently doing. So, okay. All right, well, I will send a message out. I'll include all you guys on who's doing what. Do you think we should schedule a meeting for next Tuesday just to see if everybody's in sync?
No.
I mean, we've kind
Personally,
of
we could probably just text together everybody.
Yeah, and if somebody finds a good, how they're asking us for the country situation, if somebody finds a good something there, then share it so we can all implement it into our.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're wanting there.
Yeah, and I think we need to be kind of consistent. So, so let's see what we can do there.
Do you think by that phrase they're just wanting us to refer back to what we wrote about in element A? Like that it does import and export freely with lots of countries and like, do you think that that's what it's talking about by this situation? Like what the country's situation is?
It says discuss the ramification regarding that information.
I'm not sure either.
I feel like that's just a fancy way of saying what Lindsay said then.
Yeah.
So you think it's kind of just drawing on what we learned about Russia and the way that it trades with the world in element A, and each one of our sections kind of refer back to something from that paper?
Yeah, so I have a question though. Is this something, and Sam, you would know this because you know how you thought about it. Is this a product that we're going to export to Russia, or is this a product that we're going to try to set up and have them build it over there somewhere?
I think both would be a good option, but personally, I think importing would be more efficient because, I'm sure, or at least from what I saw, is the quality of American dryers are way better than Russian dryers. So in that sense, we could import. But I mean, because I did find some information that there are, most appliances, it said on the one page, however credible that is, they said that most dryers or most appliances are imported into Russia because they don't make many of them themselves.
Okay.
Or at least not good ones.
Is that the same page, the why do Russians not use dryers?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Did you by chance bookmark your pages that you used, or?
I'll take a look. Yeah, I'll take a look when I get home and stuff, and I'll email it if I find anything.
Okay.
I have those references in the paper.
Yeah.
So if you look at Sam's dryer paragraphs from the paper, those references are in there.
Okay. But did he use everything you read? That's my question.
I don't think I used
I
it.
read stuff that I didn't use.
Yeah, I did read stuff I didn't use, and I'll look if I'll find it. If I didn't bookmark it, I'll try to look for it.
Okay. That'd be good. All right. Thank you, you guys. I think it'll be another paper well done.
Yeah. Thank
Here's
you
hoping.
guys.
We haven't been graded for the last one yet. I keep checking.
Yeah.
I think it was great.
Yeah. I think it's good. Okay. Well, I will stop recording and I'll send the email as soon as this gets all caught up to my machine.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Carrie.
Thank you.